What's up, everybody? It's Ronnie George, and Tara Gilcrease had actually graced me with her presence today. She's got showings right after this. So I had a few minutes because I wanted to set up this quick interview because Tara sent me a picture last night of the board she's actually sitting in front of. And I thought it was an amazing story of how she started where she was just 10 months ago and where she's already at now. So Tara, I'm going to let you take it away and just touch on what you've been able to achieve in the past 10 months and what your summer looks like coming up and just how things have been for you real estate wise.
Okay, well, I actually have a lot of listings that I've been able to get, as well as ones that are coming up in the future. So what we did, actually, my husband made it. I'm not the best at organizing in that sense, but I made a board that goes over my clients that are active, what status they're in under contract, things like that, and then the address things to help out so that I can kind of keep up with things and where they're at, along with the notes, the price, that kind of thing to help out. But what I started realizing over the last month, when I first started looking at it, didn't think that I would fill it up. Then yesterday I was going through and updating it and realized that at this point I only have 2 spots available. And I'll have to get a new board or something. But yeah, I have actually 5 listings that are active right now. I have 2 more coming out within the next week or 2. And then under contract with my buyers, I have 7 pending right now, and they're going to close within the next month or 2. So it's been crazy busy. I love it. I'm hoping my summer is just as busy. It's really cranking up to be a really good one. So,
well, awesome. I mean, congrats on that. And honestly, I just wanted to touch on that fact is most people think of the deals that they have going on, but until you actually write it out and put it on something, you're like, oh my God, I actually have a lot of stuff going on. I used to have something like that, and like the overflow, you can do another board beside it or just keep stacking it up. So you got your listings, your pendings. I mean, but either way, I completely agree with having it organized. I think that's great. How have things been where did the transition happen? So you said you have 6 or 7 pendings. Where do those buyers come from? Leads? Do they come from, you calling, prospecting? Where are you getting your business from? And again, just 10 months ago to where you are now, what's been able to contribute to where you're at now?
Well, a lot have been the leads that have been provided, that you've actually provided through Zillow or Facebook, things like that. But 2 of them I'm pretty proud of are referrals from previous clients. So those were the ones that really touched my heart, because that shows that, I helped out at one point. So those were the ones that are really shining bright to me. But yeah, most of them have been through, the leads that you provided and everything, and they've been doing really good for me. So.
Well, good. I'm happy that the Zillow and the Facebook are doing good, because I know you're one of the best when it comes to following up. I've looked at all your note taking. I mean, you're very diligent with it. But that's what's cool too, is the fact that you're already getting referrals. And most people think that it takes years to establish something like that as an agent. But again, you just started last year in Louisiana. I mean, I know you had a base of people that you did know, but this actually came from your performance of the service that you provided, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
you helped these people that you probably didn't even know, probably maybe came from a lead. You closed them. They love the experience so much. They're already sending you business. And that's all it really takes. But so many people think it just takes years to build this stuff up, when it really doesn't.
Yeah, it just takes a lot of hard work, especially at the beginning. I mean, I was on that phone I think I made 95 phone calls at one point when I first got started. And some of those are finally coming up saying, hey, we talked last summer, now we're ready to start looking. So, keeping up with everybody has really helped.
Exactly.
And everything.
Yeah, I think that's where most of the agents honestly drop the ball, but I think you've excelled at that. And I think you're going to see that pay off in dividends, because most people only make initial contact with leads and then they just leave them alone and only focus on the ones that are ready. But if you consistently stay in touch with those people 3, 4, 5 months later, they're going to know you. They're going to be ready to buy when that time comes, and you're going to have business there that you didn't have, if you're just only focusing on the top amount of leads. So I think the follow-up is huge. And I think you're a testament to show exactly what it takes all you got to do. It takes only about a year to really get your foot in the door and just start making results.
Yeah.
So how do you feel? So you feel these next couple months for you are going to be really well business wise? Like I'm sure you've already calculated what you're probably going to make and everything like that, right?
Yeah, I have it pretty down to the penny, but
So,
yeah,
so are you happy with that?
yeah, very,
So you're
very. This
proud
will
of
be
yourself, right?
oh yeah, the next 2 months are going to be really, really good. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I really think that going into the summer as well is going to be good. I have a lot that are getting ready. You know, they're waiting until school is out, and then they'll start looking to buy or sell. You know, things like that. So I do have a lot that aren't quite ready right now, but I'm keeping up with them and following up to make sure that whenever they are ready, I'm the first one they think of.
Exactly. And that's why you'll win all day long. Is if you get the people to like you and you're there consistently, you beat out any other real estate agent that ever comes in contact, because they're like, no, I know Tara. She's following up with me. She stays with me. Because I know I've called some leads and they're like, oh yeah, we're working with Tara. She's great. I'm like, perfect. That's all that matters. They already know you and they establish themselves with you. So that's what's good. You form that relationship. But here's the other thing, and I try and encourage this to people too, because when a new agent starts out, they don't know what they're capable of. Now you're actually starting to see, oh, wow, I'm capable of a lot more than maybe you thought you were, because now you see that your results are compounding. But the other thing, what I would encourage you to do is there's two things. Is one, set your baseline. See what you're able to achieve when you put forth maximum effort to be like, oh, wow, I know I can easily make 10, 15 grand a month or whatever it is that you're going to make. And you set that as your expectation of what you hold yourself accountable to. And then your other thing, what I'd recommend is see where your deal transaction limit is, because most people can only handle a certain amount of transactions. And if they go over that number, it gets really cloudy. Like I know mine was like 8 or 9. If I did more than 8 or 9 at a time, I started forgetting things or screwing stuff up or whatever. So I would encourage you, know your threshold. And once you hit it, that's when you can consistently bring in business. That's when it's time to bring on help, whether it's like an admin or an additional resource to you hand off stuff, because then that way it allows you to free that time up and that person to get clarity, and you can continue to grow. See, most agents only grow and they hit that ceiling and they stop and they limit themselves. But that's when you actually need to bring on the help, bring it in, establish it, and keep building. And you'll just keep growing. You will literally grow as much as you want to. That's what's so cool about real estate.
Yeah.
Does that all make sense?
Yeah, it does. I mean, all of it's been, it's all been a fun experience. I've really enjoyed it overall and everything. So it's just, yeah, I do agree with trying to grow, trying to figure out, the most I can do. It's getting pretty close where I'm starting to, that's why I needed this board to help organize me, figure out what things are. But now I can see a little bit better and everything. So yeah.
And that organization comes down to key with stuff like this of helping keep things. This is when your systems and processes comes into play. And it's just like, oh, wow. It's like, then you have the additional resources to buy different services or so on and so forth. But I mean, you have everything it takes to be like a top 10 agent. Like, it's just a matter of you just doing it and allowing yourself to grow into that direction, but I don't know, maybe your audio or video cut out a little bit. If it did, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. I think the video has been long enough. Tara, I do appreciate your time. If you can hear me. Okay, you're back. So what I was going to do, I was going to wrap. Do you have any last minute words? I always like to get, a lot of people do watch these videos from agents that are within the George Group. And I always tell them, look, just talk to the agents. And I guarantee you everything that I say I'm going to do for the agents, I definitely do it. So what would be your 2 cents? If someone was thinking about joining the George Group and maybe was on the fence, what would be your advice to them?
I would say don't think, just do it. I mean, that's just kind of the way it is. This has been the easiest experience throughout the whole thing. I mean, being able to talk to other agents, and I mean, getting on the phone and texting, having that resource is so important. And I don't know about other brokerage, but I mean, it's been so easy being able to text you or someone and be able to get that help that's needed. As well as all of the training videos and all of that have been just beyond helpful. There's no way I could be where I'm at right now with it. So,
well, that's Honestly, it means the world to me because I wanted to make sure that I could literally provide every single thing to a person. But the thing is you've taken it and you ran with it. Most people will not execute to the degree that you do, but I just want to provide all the resources that people naturally wouldn't make it if they didn't have that little bit of encouragement. But with that, all you need is a little bit of foothold because you naturally do it on your own. You naturally go out there and push, and to know that you have that backing, the resources, the leads, it's just help. It seems like it's helped your confidence just grow and grow and grow.
Yes, it has. That's been one of my big things, is getting that confidence of, not just pretending I know what I'm talking about, but actually know what I'm talking about. So I think I'm finally on the other side most of the time. So now that I have that, it's really helping grow more and more as well. So
Awesome. Well, Tara, I appreciate it. I know we're kind of at the limit. I don't want to hold you up for your showings. I do appreciate your time, and I think you're an amazing agent, and I'm happy that you are here with us. And I look forward to you filling up 2 or 3 or 4 of those boards, however many that you want. I mean, you're capable of it all.
yes, me too.
All right. Well, I
Thank
appreciate your
you.
time, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up, and you have a good day.
All right, you too.